You really just try to keep them calm. Um, our coaches always tell us, you're not supposed to be ready for the game until it's actually kickoff. So I think a lot of people, when you're about to play in a big game like this, your emotions are going all the time. It's finally game week. You're finally game planning, and you're doing practice and walkthroughs and stuff like that. So it's an emotional roller coaster. Or okay, I'm excited. Well, I know it's not game day, but it's game week, but it's not game day. So you just try to keep them calm and just tell them revert back to what we've been doing all spring, all summer, all fall camp, and when you get to the game, you kind of release those guys and make sure they play well.
What's the emotion like for you? This being, I mean, this is it last first one. I mean, how's it feel for you?
I mean, inside I'm excited. I'm extremely excited. Senior year, my last first college football game, number 6 versus number 9, going back to a stadium that we've lost in the last two times we've been there to compete against a good Washington team. So they have a really good offense, good quarterback, uh, a nice running back who a lot of people don't actually think is good. But he has my respect. So I mean, I know my hands are full as the leader of the defense to get my guys prepared. But I'm up for the challenge. I've been watching countless hours of film. A lot of our guys are buying into the game plan, and we're ready to play.
Kind of said that about their running back, Deshaun, but have you seen? Because obviously in the whole game, I mean, he's not just a guy who hits the edge. He is willing to go up the middle against him.
Yeah, and when you see his game, you can tell he's more of an aggressive runner than people actually think. On paper, you would think he's more of a speed guy. He has speed, but Washington runs a lot of power. They run the counter game very well. Um, he can hit downhill, but make no mistake about it. If you give him the edge, he's going to take it. And they do a lot of shifting and stuff like that to get guys out of their gaps pre-snap. But we're kind of working on that to make sure we stay in our gaps because what they do well when you fit wrong, he's a good enough running back to find that hole and he's going to hit it in. But he get to that second level, good luck. So we got to try to keep everything in front of us and hopefully we can do that.
Sean, Travis mentioned your football IQ.
Mm.
You mentioned countless hours of film. How many hours would you say you've watched of Washington be ready for this game?
Uh, it's been a lot because it's by being the first game I've been able to watch them as many times as I needed to. This week alone, well, probably these last 2 weeks. I mean, I wouldn't even put a time limit on it, but every day I've watched at least two games with them. Even though it's been, some games I've been watching how they opened up the season the last 2 years, when they played teams like Alabama or big name teams with guys with good defenses. I watched those games. Just trying to pick up on some tendencies, the things that they do well, trying to recognize formations and anything that can tip off, pre-snap what they're doing. I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm pretty sure they're doing the same thing. Integrate film watchers doing it, but I pride myself in that, about my game. Just looking at stuff pre-snap to give my defense an edge, give myself an edge to where the ball is going or what kind of pass concept that they're going to get. So I mean, it's football, but I try to get the up and up by clicking that clicker, more than anyone else. So that's what I do.
Deshaun, as a linebacker group, how tough is it to see Richard go down for the season this close to the opener?
Man, it was tough. That's our brother, man. That's our teammate. Man, just seeing the injury, seeing how it happened, it really didn't. I mean, I really don't even know how to explain it, but emotionally, we were kind of struck as a linebacker room. He's still with us. He's not actually playing, but he's there in every meeting. Anytime we're at practice, he's right on the side of us. He's still coaching up young guys. He's smiling. The enthusiasm is there. So it's good to see him, actually around the football team and still being a part of the brotherhood. But not having him out there with us on Saturdays and even during the week on practices, man, you can tell that it's still eating him alive. And seeing him and just knowing his love for the game, as a leader, it hurts me also. So that's one of the guys we're going to play for this year.
Obviously, you guys have the three senior starters there. But
Mm.
which of the younger linebackers do you think can be relied on as that number 4 guy?
KJ Britt, he's been playing really well during the fall camp. Chandler Wooten has been doing a lot of good things. Zacoba McClain, he stepped up and he surprised a lot of people, and you may see him out there on Saturday. So those guys are really the majority of guys that's going to be in a rotation. I don't know how deep T. Will is going to go into rotation, but I can tell you right now, all of us are prepared to play.
As talented as last year's group was, Deshaun, as much as you guys accomplished statistically speaking,
Mhm.
do you feel like this is the most talented group defensively you guys have had? And that's not to knock the two Treys and Steve
Yeah.
and stuff.
On paper, I feel like this can be one of the most talented groups. Of course, we have to go out and do it. The last 2 years, we've actually, did it. You can see numbers and statistics of, representing what we did as a defense. So, I mean, I tell our group all the time, preseason accolades and preseason watch lists, preseason #1 defense. Actually, it don't matter. In December, you want to hold that trophy. You want to hold that title as #1 defense. So that means week 1 through 12 or week 1 through 13, you have to go out and do it. So us just having a good defense on paper, it does no one any justice around here. So I mean, Saturday is our first test. Like I said, I think my guys are prepared for it. So we'll see how good we are after Saturday.
How have you seen Nick Coe grow into that Buck role? I know he kind of played a bunch of roles
Yeah.
last season, but now as a starting Buck coming into his second
Nico's had a really good camp. I think what he did, he made up in his mind that he wanted to be consistent. He's always had the ability. No one ever doubted his ability. If you watch him play, you could say that he's probably one of the top guys, in the defensive line room. But he struggled with consistency early on. But I mean, now he comes out and every day for practice, he's Nico, and his ability allows him to do a lot of things that some other guys can't do. If you want to put him in the 4-eye, he can do that. You want to stand him up and rush him on the edge, he can do that. If you want to put him in a shade and take on a double team, he's strong enough to handle his business. So he has a lot of value for our defensive line room. But like I said, his consistency has made him who he is today.
How does his pass rusher compare to Jeff Holmes?
Why you ask me that question, man? I mean, I guess you'll have to see. Like I was just telling him, man, one thing about it, Jeff did it last year. We knew he was a good pass rusher, and he was a good pass rusher during the season. Some guys are good in practice or not good in games. So, I mean, like I say, after Saturday, I think you should be able to tell if he's a good pass rusher or not. I personally think he's a good pass rusher. I think he has the ability to do it. Long, lengthy guy. He has great speed off the ball. I mean, like I say, he just have to go do it, man. But shout out to my man Jeff too. He did his thing last year.
Do you think from the defense you might be getting pass rushing from 4 different areas than maybe you
Oh
did?
yeah. I don't think. Well, as of right now, I don't think we have that one designated pass rusher guy. Just say, hey, I need a sack. Go get a sack. And but I think it's a good thing also, because it's just not someone that can say, all right, watch out for Jeff Holland. He's that pass rusher. Now it's like, watch out for Nick Cole. Marlon Davis has been working on his pass rushing ability. Still got guys like Big Cat, TD. We got inside rushing now. So I think it's going to be harder for offensive coaches to game plan for our defensive line for pass rushing, because we don't have just that one guy that stands out right now. And I think a lot of people can help out on that. Help out in that instance of getting sacks. So we'll see how that goes.
Who do you think is the best pass rusher of that group?
Who I think what?
Is the best pass rusher of that group right now?
I like them all, man. I can't just pick one person and then they come to me at practice and be like, so I'm not a good passer. Nah, man, I love all y'all. They got to take care of me on Saturday, so right now they're my best friends.
So describe what has gone into earning the respect and the trust of Coach Steele and really all the coaches. And is there, I know you take pride in that, but is there like a pressure in that as well?
I wouldn't say pressure, more of just the fact of saying it's my job. As a linebacker at Auburn University, you have to walk with, a different swagger, and that's what my position coach has put into me. That's kind of what I've always played with, even in high school. So, just knowing my job is, I say, it's just something that I have to do. I have to be the leader. I have to be the vocal leader. I have to be the guy that comes in and have energy on practice when no one really wants to be out there, or on game days when adversity hits. I have to be the guy they look to and say, Let's get this job done. Everybody pick this thing up. We haven't been playing how we're supposed to be playing. Turn the ball over to the other side and let's roll out and do it. So, like I said, I wouldn't say it's any pressure, but it's just something that I have to do. It comes with the territory, and I think I'm fit for it. So I'm prepared to see how the season is going to go, and I'm mentally prepared for it. I'm physically prepared for it. So I'm looking to have a good year.
When you came to Auburn, did you envision having the leadership role, the huge responsibility that you have now going into your final year here?
Like early in my career, it was kind of wavy. Didn't really know if it would end up being this way, but I've always pictured myself being who I am today. So, like I said, I've always been prepared for it. I didn't really know that the time would come, but now that it's here, because I mentally always thought that this is who I could be, I'm ready for the moment. So, like I say, I just embrace, my teammates looking up to me, my coaches, putting that big target on my back and saying, you're the leader, you're the one that guys are gonna, look to, and I have to carry myself that way. I can't have any bad days. I can't have any bad games. That's why I have to watch so much film. So when I have those young guys around me, or the young safeties rotate in, guys like Smoke or guys like Jamie, and I have to be able to put them in position to make plays when it's 90,000 people out there and they're nervous or something like that. I have to be the guy to look to them and say, "Hey, calm down. You're here for a reason. We believe in you. If we didn't believe in you, you won't be on the field. You're on the field with the starting 11. So you're a guy that can help us win. Let's make this play. They're going to run this. They're going to run that. Look for this out of this formation. I just have to get those guys to buy into me, and I think once we get to clicking as a unit, I think we'll be unstoppable."
Can you talk about Jeremiah and Daniel back there, the new starting safeties?
Oh, those guys are. I think they're going to be very good for us this year. Two smart guys. They're really, really smart. I watch film with those guys a lot also because their room is directly down the hall from mine. So, we link up sometimes and watch film. And I think one thing about our defense, man, we care about each other. We love each other. And once you have that bond off the field, it's kind of just looking to the teammate to the left or right of you and saying, it's not just saying I'm playing for a teammate anymore. I can't let my brother down now. Because we spend so much time outside of football to the point where it's bigger than just football now. So I think they're two big time players, man. I expect them to make a lot of plays for us this year. In the box, outside of the box, they're good ball hawks. And when the ball's in the air, I can tell you one thing: they're attacking at the highest point, trying to come down with it. So, like I say, man, I'm looking for those guys to have a big year. All right.
How you knocking